Subscribe to our channel, press the bell icon and never miss an update from Latestly.
His portfolio is diverse, but one element that has stayed all along and one element that the Aam Janta associate him with is his gorgeous wife Sonali Bendre. The popular producer, screenwriter, director is excited about his OTT platform debut. Thanks a lot for joining us, Goldie Behl.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Tell us, I mean, the title is quite interesting and quirky as well. What the series is all about?
Well, it's a very young show. You know, it's a musical thriller set in a campus, and it talks about young adults and their problems. And at a very young age, we face a lot of rejection in our life. So this is a show about how you overcome rejection and make it a positive attribute, actually. And how do you express then from music, and how do you express through friendship and through romance and and thrill.
What do you have to say about the platform? Digital is growing like it's big time growing, and youth is hooked onto it. But there are not many youth-centric shows.
Exactly.
So
exactly. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to do something in the young adult space, in the youth space. I have a young nephew and a younger son, so I had the privilege of getting a sneak peek into the real life of a high schooler. And you live your youth again through your children, and I could actually draw a lot of comparisons in how we were young and how they are young now. And I thought this is a great time because there's been a whole paradigm shift in the way the young think and the way they talk and their belief system, their moralities. They belong to a different country, you know. And so I wanted to do a show which is just not a campus show, but also had thrill in it. And also very specifically, I wanted to show that the Indian kids are global citizens now, you know. So a boy from Delhi or a boy from Punjab can be a global kid, you know. So we have these 7 Indian kids who go who are studying in a high school overseas. And at the same time, you will see multicultural, multinationality around them, you know, and they fit in. They're not the part of India which was a little scared, you know, which is felt a bit inferior. These guys have their own attitude. They have their own belief system. They are not ashamed from where they come from. They are confident. They're powerful. They're fearless. But now the issues have changed. The angst is no longer will I get a job, or will I get a good car or a beautiful girl, or you know, these are not issues with them any longer. The issues now are more universal, you know, are more global. So we go into issues that we haven't gone into, like gender fluidity or body shaming or porn addiction or lack of sexual performances, or acceptance by or being discriminated because of your race, so all these issues are issues which any young kid faces in high school. So it's time that, you know, why only Americans can make high school dramas? Why can't we make them? You know, and why can't we make them almost as good as them? And why should we be ashamed about being, you always see like a foreign show, the Indian kid is always the sidekick, you know, or that's always true. The
brown kid is always the sidekick.
Yeah. Or he's the funny guy with the accent, or he's the nerdy guy, you know. But in this, I've inverted that logic a lot, you know. So you have other children from other nationalities. It's not their story. For the first time, it's the story of the Indians, you know, and how they are fitting into the world, you know. So I think we are ready for something like this, you know, and so it's a great. I'm glad like Z is giving me the opportunity to express as I want, you know, and it's been a pleasure working with them so far.
The inner turmoil, the inner conflict that you're talking about, this particular generation, where does germ of idea come from? Why did you have to delve into it? What was the trigger?
Like I told you, you know, I like to remain connected with the younger lot, you know, because the fresh ideas come from there, and what they're looking for and what their friend circle is, how do they talk to each other, and what are the new issues that they're dealing with. Stories are just that many. The characters are that something that keep on evolving and changing. So the conflict points keep on changing because of that. We've got fresh characters which gives us fresh conflict points, and hence the freshness that everybody is so far associating it with. I mean, it's got all the thrill, and it's got all the music, and it's got all the drama and action and sports and everything. But at the same time, if you see the teaser, I have introduced characters. I have not introduced the school, because before me the other high school shows have done that. I don't need to do that. We need to move beyond that. I cannot have now introducing the school and this is what the people of the school are like. You've already seen that. If I show you that, you're not interested in that. What I'm showing you is these unique characters in their world, which is fresh.
What the commercial considerations are like for a digital platform? You have done movies and you have done television. But what the dynamic is like, what the equations are like as a producer for this one?
Producerally, it's a little bit more challenging than film, but at this point, it's a little bit more gratifying than television, because unfortunately, linear television in India is only dailies. So, although we tried a weekly, our last show was that, but there is no end mark to that, so you have to have open-ended stories, and so producerally you don't know where you're heading till you don't actually cross a certain amount of episodes. In this, the good thing about a web show or a digital series is that it's a limited story. I'm going to tell you in 10 episodes about these many characters. This is the beginning, this is the middle, this is the end, like a movie, but it's a much extended version of a movie. So narratively, it's very close to a film, but financially or producerally, it's much more taxing than a movie. You have to clock X amount of minutes in a day. You have to do X amount of pages a day. You have to meet the deadlines because they're not going to change the release date for you. So there are points where you have to let go and say, okay, I'm going to be satisfied with this, and we have to move forward and try and achieve the best in the given circumstances.
I often put this question to actors. What does it feel like to act in a web series? And their answer almost always is like they don't have to switch their craft. They don't have to change much because it's just a change of the medium. But directorially,
I disagree with that to a very large degree because I think that the acting style for a big screen is very different from acting for the see, like theatre is a live performance. Okay, so the acting craft is used a little differently, and I'm talking about nuances now. Overall, superficially, it's all the same. You're acting, But if you get into the nuances of it, a nuance of a person or the same actor working on theatre, his throw, his body language, because it's a live performance. Somebody in the back seat, he also needs to connect it. The throw is different, when you're working on a big screen, the sound system is different, the close-up is going to be much bigger, the production design is going to be a certain thing. People are captivated, into one place. So your performance can be far more subtler in that sense because everything is so amplified, the sound is amplified, the picture is amplified, the attention is all over there, television is a very distracted medium. It's a family gathering. लोग खाना खा रहे हैं, रोटी खा रहे हैं, बच्चे खेल रहे हैं, ये कर रहे हैं. उसके बीच में आप कुछ देख रहे हो टीवी पे. So that is a eye-grabbing kind of performance. You got to grab everybody's attention all the time. Hey, watch me, look at me. So even the screenplay changes, the shooting style changes, and because it's at dinner time, most of the prime time stuff and all this stuff. The web is something that is a single screen. आप अपने आप में एक monitor पे आप देखते हो, and you have the luxury of forward, rewind, skip.
Correct.
Gone.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and it's very one-to-one.
True. Yeah.
You are seeing it, and I'm.
Yeah. It's not a collective watch.
It's not a collective watch. It's a single person watch mostly. So what happens with that is that there has to be a certain amount of connectivity, which is very real. And this is what I learned from people like Sumit in the show, who is very popular because of his web product. His acting grammar is new, and that's what appeals to people. Their pauses. Even Cobra is a web star, and their acting grammar is very different from film people.
So does the director or the producer have to tweak according to this new generation of actors, perhaps?
New generation and platform.
And the grammar of acting as well.
And the grammar of acting. Everything needs to get a little tweaked. If you're looking for those finer nuances. If you're not, that's also fine, because there is ample of stuff which is working without the nuances. But since you brought it up, so I'm just telling you my view on it, Maybe people may disagree with me. They'll say directing is directing, whichever platform, doesn't matter. But I think that you have to tweak your style, and you have to tweak the the structure a little bit, according to the platform, because it is a different style. It is a different approach. It's a different way of exhibiting your stuff.
So as far as commercial consideration go for this platform, how commercially viable are these shows?
At this point in my career, I'm not looking at the commercial viability as much. Of course, everybody wants to, get gratified for what they do. I'm not saying no about that. But for me, just now in my career, it's more important to find my space in this new world, and establish myself over there, And that's what I'm looking at the moment.
The cast looks absolutely fantastic. There is youth appeal to it, and they're the stars on the new media. So how was it directing them, working with them?
You mean all the newcomers, or
including Cobra, Sumit?
Well, like I was telling you, I got to learn a lot from Sumit and Cobra in this, because we're used to a different style of performances and a different style of taking also.
There's a video that is doing the rounds, you slapping Cobra, and what a powerful statement you guys are making. That's a commentary on something, isn't it? I mean, did you that was heartfelt, or was that angst and anguish and anger that you wanted to express?
There was no angst, there was no anguish, there was no anger at all involved in it.
You wanted to give it a spin, maybe?
No, it was just, I just felt that, both of us felt that, you made a movie damn good, it's done really well, I'm really happy for you. But for you to say in an interview that, I don't believe that if you haven't felt love like that, it's not true love. अब मैं थोड़ा घर पे जाके मैं अपनी बीवी को थप्पड़ मारता हूँ यार रोज,
लव एक्सप्रेस करने के लिए।
हाँ, लव एक्सप्रेस करने के, इसका मतलब ये थोड़ी ना कि मैं अपनी बीवी से प्यार नहीं करता या उसको गालियाँ बकता हूँ मैं, you know what I'm saying?
पर एक थप्पड़ मार भी दी प्यार में तो, I mean, if the lady herself is accepting and is not disapproving of that act, then it goes with the flow, perhaps.
But that's for him and his world, right?
Correct.
So I'm not judging him.
Right.
My only problem is that you are judging other people.
Right. That should not become a mandate.
That should not become a mandate. No. I'm really happy. I mean, I'm okay with the movie that you make. Everybody should make all kinds of movies, yeah. And all movies should do well, slasher movies should do well, pornography should do well, all kinds of expression should do well. And should be accepted, I'm against censorship also. Just certify it, just say, yaar, ye bachcho ke liye nahi hai, ye bachcho ke liye hai. You know what I'm saying? That's all, But
thanks a lot for entertaining us with that video. That was like a true slap.
Yeah, so we both felt that, it's not fair to you to put out a statement judging other people's relationships. Critics have not been kind to any of us. Okay, that doesn't mean we judge them personally. I have faced far more worse criticism than anybody in the industry. So I've come out of it. I'm sure he doesn't have hoardings put up with his name. Actually, I had a hoarding put up with saying what a bad movie I made. There was no reason for that, But some media people.
But every time you chose to bounce back, and for that credit goes to you.
So you live and you learn and you move on,
you move on and you venture into new platforms.
Yeah, keep on evolving.
Correct.
That's the advantage of having connect with the younger generation. So, why judge other people, yaar? तूने बनाया, तू खुश है ना? तू पैसा बना रहा है, तेरे को जो एक्सप्रेस करना तेरे को किया.
यूनिवर्सल लॉ मत बनाओ, इसके ऊपर लॉ मत बनाओ.
हाँ, लोगों को पसंद भी आया, 250 करोड़ का पिक्चर भी बन गया. मेरे को भी अर्जुन रेड्डी देखा, मेरे को एंटरटेनिंग लगा. Some things I felt that it startled me also. But I said, yeah, achhi hai picture, you know, it's holding, gripping, intense. I believe Shahid has given a fantastic performance in it. I'm really happy for all of them, you know. My only issue was with the statement the filmmaker made, that if you're not expressing love, that it's not true love, you know. So I thought that was ridiculous.
Yeah. Love will be expressed, romance will be expressed on this platform also in your series.
Yes.
You are, I have heard and read that you're choreographing also in that one.
No.
Is that correct? Is that false news?
No, it's not. See, anything that has dancing in it, you know, you obviously need a specialized choreographer for it. You know.
But that gets you excited, perhaps.
Yeah, that does get me excited. But non-dancing songs, all directors do it themselves. Yeah, it's not a big deal, you know. I like to shoot non-dance songs myself, you know. I don't like to have somebody else also involved in it, you know. But the choreography part, there is a specialized choreographer who comes in and shoots it. Yeah, I mean, you know, does the choreography of it. Yeah.
You said sneak peek into your younger son's world, you know, kind of dictating, not exactly dictating, but perhaps influence.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, were there any inputs from him, or were there any commercial as well as creative inputs, perhaps from Sonali ma'am?
No, nothing from her. But my son has, you know, on and off, I've checked with him, you know, what are the lingo they use, you know. So I made him write out this whole library of words, this whole dictionary of words, sorry, that okay, how do you guys speak, you know. Unfortunately, उसकी तो language ज़्यादा ही American है, तो वो शायद इतनी भी coherent नहीं होती.
So anything specific that you picked up from him? Apart from bro.
No, वो तो सब use करते हैं. But they talk very differently. They say boy, they say dog, they say all these kind of things.
Roll your tongue, darling. Roll your tongue.
Roll your tongue. And but what I did pick up from him is a lot of fashion sense. You know, the way they dress. You know, and the brands he follows, the fashion that he follows. And basketball. He's really into basketball. So I actually shot a lot of basketball in this and shot it. Pretty professionally, you know, we put the kids through training for 2 months, and we shot with multicam setups in a rural indoor stadium, following the ball like how it should be shot actually really. That was fun, you know, getting the right kind of, you know, technicalities to it and stuff like that. Because I often see in all our Indian stuff, the sports is not shot that well. Until it's a sports movie, you know, like I would say Chuck, they shot really well and stuff like that. But if it's just a sequence, they just, I don't know, they don't do it well. So we've tried to do some good basketball sequences, some good cheerleading sequences, some fencing is there. So all these newer sports, you know, shown in a much more authentic fashion is something that I got influenced by him. And I got vetted by him also. ये देख ना, ये ठीक है क्या, professional. So because they see American stuff, yeah, they see like world quality, so.
So वहाँ से अप्रूवल इंस्टेंट आता था, यार ये नहीं, ये चेंज करो, ये थोड़ा सा आउटडेटेड लग रहा है, या ये नहीं लग रहा है, ऐप्ट नहीं लग रहा है शायद.
तो नहीं है, आउटडेटेड तो वैसे मैं उसका बाप हूँ, तो कभी आउटडेटेड होगा नहीं, उसको सिखा दूंगा.
बाप होता है.
But definitely you get a sense, you get a feel, you know, for the music and for the, you know, performance styles also. You know, so yeah.
My last question. Last 2.5 years have been quite sensitive, have been quite challenging on personal front. But the wishes that you are getting from the world over, were they not overwhelming? Were they not all positive?
Yes, people have been very supportive and kind. I'm really thankful to everybody for that.
I hope ma'am is doing well.
Yes, she's doing much.
And we hope to see her soon.
Yeah.
Perhaps on big screen or small screen maybe.
I think
you directing her?
I don't know about that, but definitely I think she should do something soon.
Thanks a lot for talking to us. All the best for your show. Thank you.
Thank you.